Greetings! Welcome to Bruce's World of Stuff. And update 3. Yeah, we made up our mind of our Psychedelic 60s group build 2025. This update will be some more painting, mocking up the sponsored engine. I can scoot over here where I belong. I'm like hiding over here, I guess. And a little more talking about our sponsors. So, with that being said, we'll get right to that right after these sponsor spotlights.
I want to remind everybody that we are doing our first annual Breast Cancer Awareness 24-hour group build, October 11th, 2025, starting at 8 o'clock in the morning Eastern Time. That'll run in conjunction with Bob's Model Works Chris Cortell Annual Cancer Awareness Group Build, which runs from October 1st to October 31st. A link is in the description for that one, so check that out too and sign up for his. Also in the description is a link to the GoFundMe page I set up for the American Cancer Society. We're going to take donations the whole time we're building, and you can start now if you want. But all the proceeds are going to the American Cancer Society, so any help you can give would be greatly appreciated.
Thank you for sticking around, and we want to thank our awesome sponsors for those discount codes. It's our way of giving back to the community. And we appreciate each and every one of them, and we are proud, so proud to be part of the VGC Resin by Reese family now. Our AMC Livecast show is also sponsored by VCG Resin by Reese. And we are just so humbled and proud to be sponsored by Josh. He does so much for this community. He's a very positive influence on this great community. Plus, he puts out awesome resin parts like this Stoker engine we're going to talk about here directly. So, let's get things changed up, and we'll be right back in just a minute. Greetings! Yes, we have a sponsor for the Psychedelic 60s group build, and it would be none other than Josh Reese. He decided to graciously sponsor the build. I may or may not have mentioned it, but yeah, it was kind of unexpected, because I messaged him about some parts and what the cost would be. And he said, I was going to get a hold of you anyway. Because I showed my wagon on the AMC Livecast show. And it started him thinking what he could send in the goodie box. And so we had some conversations and got things hammered out. And I'm going to show you what he sent. So thank you, Josh, for sponsoring the build. Is much appreciated. And if you all need any parts, you go over to VCG Resin by Reese and get you awesome parts. Because I've forced disclosure, I've already looked at these because they want to make sure that it's okay, But I knew they would be. Well, shipping nowadays, You never know. They stomp on them and you run forklifts through them and everything else. So let's switch cameras here. Yeah, my monitor's over here, folks. That's why I keep looking that direction. Besides looking at you. You know, the monitor's over there. There's no room to put the monitor here behind you guys, so I got to look over there. Okay? Okay? All right, thanks. And here is my little goodie box. And, you know, he has a full-time job during the day, and he has this full-time job after he gets off work. He even goes to the trouble of putting our names on the bottom of the box. Your name on the bottom. Blah, 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 blah. Beep. He even goes to the trouble of putting your name on the bottom of the box. That's just, you know, a personal touch. Well, I know he's doing that to keep track, but still, it's, you know. Let's change cameras. Oop, hang on a second. I don't like that camera. I like this camera better. There we go. Now you can see me too. So let's go ahead and open this for the third time, honestly. And this is the way it comes packed. I mean, little pizza boxes. So let's put that over there out of the way. And here's a card. Get the glare off of it, Bruce. There you go. And there's that side. And so if you need to get a hold of him, right there's all your information you need to know. His website is back up and running full steam, he says. So, and here's what's in the little trifold bubble wrap. I don't know. It's 4 sides. What's that called? I don't know. Well, this is the engine that he sent, and it has added parts to make the engine that we discussed. All I got to do is figure out how to put all the parts in there. What I thought was neat was he puts a little piece of paper in there that shows who designed the engine. So as you can see there, Chris over Scale Auto Works designed these. But this is the, let's see, let's move all this stuff out of the way. Yeah. Okay, so don't worry about those. We'll look at those in a minute. There's all kinds. There's the nice looking engine block. Let's bring you down so I don't have to hold them up in the air. So I brought you down so we didn't have to hold them up so high. So there's the awesome engine block. It has I don't know if you can see it. Yep. It has the script in the back of it. And I can't see it without having it under the camera. And there's one of the heads. And there's the awesome oil pan. Awesome oil pan, Bruce. Oh, hey, hey. Here's one of the headers. Already got hose in it, so you don't have to drill hose. That's cool. The quality of that print is just absolutely amazing. If I get there's one of the valve covers. Hard to see, but there it is. Then the intake manifold. That's just amazes me, the quality. Then here's a different set of headers, depending on which one you're going to need. And what valve cover is that? We talked about a couple of different valve covers, so I can't tell. There's those options. Let's get them back in the bag before we totally lose everything. Next bag, okay, that's all those parts, is the breather options and the carburetors that we selected. I'm not taking these out of the bag, but yeah. And here's all the rest of the engine parts. There's, as you can see, there's the fans, some breathers, starters, water pump, all that stuff is in that little bag. And this is awesome that, you know, they're not on the supports. And trust me, I know all about supports. You know, I 3D print some of my stuff too. And that is time consuming, taking that off the supports. Now I don't know if he has help or not, but that's time consuming. So we thank him for that hard work, because I know what kind of hard work that is. And then we have some knowledge bottles. It looks like a double tank and a single tank in there. Because I said I want a nitrous kit. And there's, again, who made it. Who designed it, I should say. And then, of course, he designed the shifter that I selected. And then he said I needed a transmission, so there's the standard shift transmission. There's two bell housings. I guess I got to figure out which bell housing I need. One of them may be deeper than the other, or thicker. You know, this way, make the transmission sit back further or go further forward. We don't know. He said it should be a direct fit right into the chassis. Nothing required. Let me take you back out here. There we go. So there you have it. I mean, it's all the parts that we need for our little project. The other day we got paint on it, so we're really happy with that paint. So we use these two Createxes to make the paint. I put 4 drops of this in the other to get this little darker color, because the other one was a little too light for me. And this was kind of ish color that they came out with in those days. But it's got a nice look to it. And the chassis and everything is all painted, ready to go. We got the dash detailed. Come on out there. We got the dash detailed, and as you can see, we made a standard shift out of the automatic dash. Because what was in this bucket we cut out was this flat. Of course, there's the gas pedals down in there too. It's flat on the floor. We made it bigger. And then we used our are Gaahleri markers. These are $20 on their website. They're water-based acrylic ink markers. And these are the metallic colors. They are absolutely awesome. I've been using them for a lot. All the accents you see on everything, the shock towers, the brake boosters, all that. That is all, including the pedal and the floor mat, and everything you see under here, the black. Or it's not actually not black, but it kind of is. All that is done with the Gaahleri markers. We did a video on that. This seat is Ed over at One Team Garage's peanut butter with a little black wash on there. Let me show you the peanut butter. Where's the peanut butter? Peanut butter is in another box because we're getting ready to use it in a different build. So here's the peanut butter. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's Ed's peanut butter. That's what he calls it. And I like that color. I was going to use buff. Tamiya buff, but I decided to use that color instead. It's a totally off-the-wall color, but it works. You know, they took and built this car from, so it's hard telling where they got the parts at. But yeah, we took a 1966 Nova and used the chassis out of it. Cut the bottom half, as you can see right there. There's the bottom half of the bucket for that kit, and we married it into this one. And then we put all flat stock styrene in there and made this whole back end. And in case you're wondering, yeah, it does come out. So as you can see what we did here, and it just sits right back in there in that little groove, just like that. And we haven't glued it down yet, so there's a little bit of a bow right there for some reason. I don't know why, and I've yet to figure out where it's at. But we're not going to worry about it because we just push it down just a little bit, with very little pressure, and we'll just glue it right down in there, and then it slips right in there, and it's perfect. So I'll show you the wheels. This is the slicks that goes on the back of it. This is out of the 66, but we put Tamiya black panel liner in there, just darkened them up, and that's where we're at with update number 2 so far. We'll bring you back when we start work, when we get a little work done on the engine. We'll probably mock it up just for giggles to figure out where everything goes, and that way it's not a total surprise. But we're getting there, moving right along on it. So we were waiting for all this engine stuff. He said it should fit right in this bucket, right in there. So that's awesome. Took him at his word. I'm sure there's something's going to have to be chopped on, but hey, it's part of model building, right? So, you know, you do it your way, have fun with it. Doesn't matter what anybody else says or thinks. You like it, it's great, because you did a great job on it. And as lots of people say, you build it your way, because it's your model. And who do you have to actually satisfy is you, not everybody else. It's great to get awesome opinions from other people. Don't get me wrong. I do the same thing. And criticism is part of it. So Yep, if you post something, be ready for the criticism. Because there's those people that love to type on that keyboard. Anyhow, we'll catch you in the next segment. It's 66 degrees back here in my office today. Because it was 1 below zero last night with a wind chill factor of 10. So, and those people down south in South Carolina and northern Texas and all down through there, they've had snow that they've never seen before in Georgia too. So, hope everybody down there's safe because they don't know how to deal with snow. Snow. Like us northerners. My buddy Jason said it was minus 24 yesterday up there. Anyhow, Minnesota. Yeah, Montana ain't much better for Joe over there either at the Big Sky Model Works. Yeah. He keeps sending all this stuff, the instruction. Although he is sending warm weather, he said. So we thank you, Joe. Get Joe later. I'm always ramble. Bye. Oh, I can't find the button. There it is. Greetings. Welcome back to update number 3. Or the next segment. Let's see. We're assembling the SBC 383 Stoker engine kit. So we've got the. Let me switch cameras here. There we are. There you are. We have the main part of the engine glued together with Tester's clear glue, and so far it looks like the kit engine. And this fits in the chassis as it sits right there. So we're going to take Elmer's glue from now on and use that to glue the rest of this together. Yes, I can get this will come apart soaking in water. Fingers crossed. So now we're going to put all the other small bits. We've got the carburetors glued on to the breather that we're going to be using. Then we have the power steering pump sit on the pulley system. Then we're going to hang the alternator and see how that's going to fit after we get this on the engine. And I still got 2 distributors left. There's the alternator bracket for that alternator. Then we have the starter, engine mounts, then all the covers that go on the valve covers. And we're using, I believe these are the Stoker. Yeah, these are the 303 Stoker valve covers. I decided to go ahead and use those. Then we're using the long headers, just like the stock engine. So we'll bring you back when we get all that stuff glued together. Right now we're going to go chit-chat with some of our friends in a private live and see how the evening goes. So we'll be back when this is glued together. Then I got to get back on my dart while this is setting up so I can see how it's going to go. Because the dart is really the next big push for the USAC build. So we'll be back. Bye. Okay. Greetings! Welcome back to this segment of the Psychedelic 60s group build. January 27th, and we're getting a shot in the eye today. I think it's the right eye, or the left one. I'm not sure. I've lost track. Anyhow, so the next 2 days are not going to be, or 3 may not be bench days. Where are we at? We have, I think, I'm not sure. Whoop, there it went. We have paint on the wagon. Okay, let's switch screens here. And there we go. Bing. And we have the green paint on the wagon. It's got kind of a little pinkish hue to it, doesn't it? I don't see that here, but the camera sees it anyway. It's all painted, ready to go. I got paint a roof. Some color, probably white, I guess. But I don't know. We'll see. Then we got our engine from Mr. Reese. And that would be this one here. And I'm pretty sure I've already showed this, but hey, we're going to show again. And here is the let me pull you down here. There we go. You can see we got part of the mock-up put together. We got to get the other side glued on yet. But this engine is so detailed. Look, the hose are already there for spark plug wires. Carburetors look great. Oil pan looks great. The transmission is awesome. Now this is all held to glue together, the white glue. There's, you can see the starter back in there. There's the fuel pump. And our steering pump. I lost the fan hub because I was just going to put the hub on and not the fan. But we still got to get the other exhaust manifold on. As you can see, these are roughly the same as the kit motor. And I got a dog pacing. Imagine that. Well, hi, Miss Wednesday. You're going to have to wait a minute. So as you can see, it's basically the same engine. He said it should fit right in there with no modifications. We'll see. And there's all the other parts. So let me go take a puppy dog out. We'll be right back. Hey, what are you doing? Okay, we're back. Puppy dog's taken care of. She's been watered or de-watered. Which is it? Let's see. We are here with that. We got the tires ready to go. He also sent a gear shift lever. And we should have primered that last night. We was primering some other stuff, Bruce. And of course I got a fuel cell. And he also sent, let me get everything out of the way because we're always ready for these videos, right? He also sent some, this is all the stuff he sent. Some nitrous bottles. And the decals. Isn't that cool? So, my understanding that these are, the brackets are painted black and the bottles are chrome silver and yeah, to me a clear blue over the top of that. And then we got extra parts. Like I said, there's a whole bunch of extra parts that we're not going to be using. And there's some Hats we're not going to be using. Bug catchers. And that's basically where we're at with this whole thing. But I have not yet tried to fit this in there, so you're seeing it live. May have to do that without the headers on. Put the headers on last. Where this engine fits in there. There we go. Yeah, I know it's crooked. That's because I've been trying to play with it to get it in there. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to fit in there. So there's that engine. Then this one should kind of fall in there the same way. But it's not going to, and I'm going to tell you why, is because those headers are shaped just a little different. Yeah, they're a little closer. So what we'll have to do is put the headers on after we get the engine in there. Well, that's the reason why you mock things up. Because it looks like it's going to fit like that, but they're too narrow right here, where this isn't not narrow. No problemo. At least I know where we're at with this. So, with that being said, we're going to go take our shot in the eye. Yeah. Awesome stuff. But the shots are working. We can still see. Kinda. So we got about 45 minutes before we have to leave, so we're going to finish our third cup of coffee. And go from there. So take care. We'll catch you in the next segment. And we want to also thank Josh Reach for sponsoring this build with his awesome gifts of the engine and stuff to make this happen, and sponsoring the build. And he also sponsoring the channel in a roundabout way, because if you've seen the last AMC Livecast show, he announced that he's a sponsor of the AMC Livecast show, and he's giving a 10% to all of our viewers. AMC Live 10 will get you 10% off those total costs. So we're going to be putting that on this video as well, so you'll see the commercials. I call them commercials. It's from Manufacturer Spotlight. There you go. Anyhow, we want to thank all of our awesome sponsors. ScaleFinishes.com and Gaahleri.com, and our new family, VGC Resins by Reese family. So we'll catch you in the next update. Bye. Greetings. Welcome back to this final segment of update number 3. We're going to cut this update 3 off right here, and then we're going to continue on with the assembly. Because this is getting a little long, and we got a bunch of work done on a couple lives, so we're actually a little bit ahead. Oopsie. So we'll see you in update number 4, assembly, and you have a great week and weekend, and enjoy your days off, and we'll see you in the next video. Save the fingers, and we want to thank all of our awesome sponsors: ScaleFinishes.com, Gaahleri.com, and VGC Resins by Reese for all those awesome codes, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye now. Oh, want to thank all our service people too. Yeah, I forgot Bruce. and our first responders. Love each and every one of you. Bye-bye.